ተመልካቾቻችን እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ። አሁን ላንታይር ማላዊ ያርፈናል። በሀገሩ ሰዓት አቆጣጠር ከቀኑ 7 ሰዓት ነው። ለሌሊታችን
Okay, so we have arrived. And now I'm in the office to get a car rental. But let me just tell you guys, very short, or in short, getting a car rental is very frustrating here. The people are very nice. People are very nice, very helpful. But it's just the legality problems of it. It's kind of expensive. It's like $60 a day. But the real issue is the mileage, because there's no mileage included. And so you get charged a little over $1 per mile, like $1.20 per mile, which is a big problem if you go on a road trip. You know, that's going to be like a few $100s bill. But that's just what you do here. So I'm trying to negotiate an unlimited mileage package. So she had to go check with the boss. She'll be back, I reckon. Okay, so we got our car now. I think they're playing the national anthem. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like a daily thing. Sammy, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day. I'll see you later. Everyone's so kind. Okay. I have to say, this place is very pleasantly nice. And I love the huge mountain that's at the center of the city. You don't really find a lot of places like this in Africa, if I can honestly say. I'm looking for a little market. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys again, but I literally just got like 2 pieces in, and I forget that it's not American Chinese food. It's like Chinese food. And what I mean by that is that it still has the bones in it. And it tastes like the chicken was scared. You can taste it. I'm sorry, but I had to leave the chicken. I couldn't do it. After I closed the camera, I took another bite and I felt like I needed to vomit. It tastes like the chicken saw the cook walking up with a menacing face and grabbed it by the neck, snapped its neck. Or actually no, the chicken was still alive and it saw the knife just cut down. And then it tastes like it went through a conveyor belt where in 1-inch grids, then it was and whatever is in the way. It's ribs, spine, skull, all of it is inside of that. Actually, now it makes me think, maybe I would not be surprised if that's like liver and brains and... So, my dinner tonight was rice. At least there's beer to wash it down. And now I actually do tell you guys, good night. We'll catch up tomorrow at some point. Take care. Take your 2-minute break. Okay. Okay, good morning. Welcome back, guys. From the same restaurant, but different vibe, different experience today. It's morning, it's breakfast time. We got some potato, some tomatoes, broccoli, I love broccoli, cucumber, baked beans, and it's always very good to get African donuts because they're always homemade. So it's all good, and of course, an American needs his coffee. Let me eat up, and then I'll show you outside. It's a little spooky today. It's so quiet. You know, I really can't help but think that I'm really happy for the Chinese people here, that they get a really nice taste of home. Because as Americans, we're usually really lucky by the simple merit that we get a lot of American influence around the world. For instance, when we go to France, we can go to McDonald's, we can go stay at a Hilton. You know, we can get a lot of our tastes of home even if we're very far away. And hello. And it's something that we really, really take for granted. This idea that, you know, we can feel home just about anywhere we go. And so, for the United States, we're involved in many other countries for our own reasons, for our own intentions. And for that reason, I mean, so is China. They're involved for their own reasons in different countries. But I must say that the people that work here, super, super, super sweet. And I really mean that honestly, really genuinely. The kind of people that even as I'm like having breakfast, I was having a thing of yogurt, and the lady was so quick to notice that I was using a fork, and she came over and was like so graciously giving me a spoon, like please, please, please for you. That kind of thoughtfulness. I was talking to some of the guys at the reception last night, and they're from Nanjing. Super, super nice people. They've been living here for like 2 years, and coming here to work, obviously at the hotel. But I'm really happy for them that they're another group of peoples that can kind of experience home in a different place. And that's why they work so hard here to kind of maintain that feel of, oh, a nice bird just flew by. They work really hard so they can kind of maintain that feeling of home. And that's a really sweet thing to see. The fact that it's not just unique to Americans. Like I said, it's something that we really, really take for granted. The fact that we can show up in Mozambique and we can find a little taste of America. And so I think China is probably about the only other country that can experience that. Interesting thought. And like right next door, this is the Museum of Malawi. It's so quiet. I just want to show you guys a few interesting things. When I walked in, there was a guy that took me around. These spears are used to hunt hippos, and he said that hippo meat tastes very nice. Hello. But then also we get a few musical instruments. And then David Livingstone, who's a very important guy for here, he was one of the first missionaries. And when he came here, he decided that first they need to stop the slave trade. And then out of that, then he could continue with his work as a missionary. And so he has a really, really strong influence here. Some cities like named after him, like Livingstonia, and even here in the capital in Blantyre, that's named after his hometown back in Scotland. So kind of interesting. Here then, this is from Hiroshima. Not exactly sure why it's here, but it's a stone of peace. And then other than that, then we just got some clothing and this kind of stuff. There are some interesting steam engines outside as well. One sec. I'm at the grocery store now, and I want to show you guys something really weird. They are counting stock today. And so everything is done manually, where they go through and they are counting every single item. Hello. The people here are very nice, at least.
Pension and life assets. Call us now on 0111
This is Sponge. And I like this guy's shirt. Hello. How you doing? Good. What's up? I like the guy's shirt, which is fear of God, which again pretty well describes Malawi. I think the lady back there felt like I was videotaping her. She looked a little afraid. I apologize. Didn't intend on that. Hi. It's kind of a mix, you know. Some people very, very friendly. Others a little different. But it's the Malawian people that are very friendly. So, as an American, of course, I just lift my nose into the air and I get transported to the correct places. So let's go check out some KFC. Looks pretty standard. KFC is one of those really interesting companies. KFC is one of those really interesting companies that you can actually find in a lot of countries. And I found from spending time in Sudan, which is under the state-sponsored terrorism list, that the only Western company that they had was KFC. And it was actually pretty good. So, yeah, the path is clear. It's all good. KFC doesn't let me down. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate it. Also, how long have you been living here?
9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
And why did you move to Malawi?
To show
Just-
profession.
Just our profession? Good work? That's very nice. Thank you, thank you. Super nice guys. Hello. How are you? Good? I swear, everyone is so nice. I was just talking to another friend from Malawi just a bit ago, and I was telling him that I'd been to many other countries in Africa, and I think I can honestly say that people from Malawi are the nicest. Because you could just like walk up to anybody on the street and smile at them, and they'll want to smile back at you and talk with you. How are you? Fall time is approaching, and not only is there a chill in the air, but you see it in the trees as well. So beautiful. I want to take you to another beautiful place though. This is the Church of St. Michael. St. Michael and All Angels, I guess. The bricks were made here on site, like right next to the building. And it's like the first permanent church, like north of the Zambezi. But what's kind of interesting about it is that it was built without like proper knowledge of European architecture. And so it looks really unique. I think there's also, if I remember correctly, there's also like a monument to all the, this must be it, a monument to all the missionaries that have come here over all the years and years. To the sacred memory, the members of the mission staff who have died in the service of the Church of Scotland's African missions. Yeah, because one last thing is that this is like the original site of all the missionaries, the original site of the Scottish missionary church. Yeah, it's got on all four sides monument to the people. But I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Really nice, beautiful place. You agree, right? It's kind of like surprising for this area. Just here at sunset. We'll get back at it probably the next day or so here. And the jet lag was no problem. But now begins the real mission of searching out and fixing pianos here in Malawi. Nice volunteer work to be doing. So have a good night, guys, and I'll catch you in a little bit.
zakhala be